What is up, disc golf family? I'm out here today at James A. Dillon Park trying to break par from the long pads. It is an early morning round for me, so I'm gonna try to not do much talking and just kind of set the camera down and throw and go today, because gotta get over to work. So let's go over to hole number one and get this thing. All right, hole number one. These are all par threes, but hole number one got 280 feet right up against this bank. Just got this disc in the mail on Friday. This is a recycled ESP plastic Buzz. So I'm excited to throw this because I lost my other one. So here we go. It's a great start with that disc. Didn't get in any warm-up putts, so let's see how this goes. Oh, look at that. All right, hole number two, another par three, 377 straight down this fairway. Another new disc I got on Friday. It's a recycled plastic Scorch. Going with the recycled plastic because I've lost a lot of discs lately and they're only 10 bucks a piece. So first throw with this on a course. Yeah, drive turned out pretty good. That felt really good, but got a little too much hyzer on it, so I skipped off to the left a little bit. But I'm gonna go with this Berg for a little toss up here. All right, hole number three, got about 315, a big left to right ante down there in that little ravine. So I'm gonna go with this Discraft Meteor off the pad here. And goal is to put a little hyzer on it because it's super understable. So it might, if worst case scenario, it flips up and stays straight, that's fine. I'd like to get it to turn a little left to right though. So I'll put a little teeny bit of hyzer on it, try to get down there and give myself a shot for birdie. That's one of the best drives I've ever put on this hole. Okay, hole four, 260 feet down this way. If you've been watching the channel for long, usually I try to go through those trees on a big anhyzer, but I've been trying to work on this forehand. So again, as a natural lefty, my body wants to do this. So this motion is really weird. So try to get this forehand out there and see what happens. Hey, I'll freaking take that. Okay, hole five, another par three. U-Disc has this one at about 435. So it used to say 500. The pad says 430 and 457, so I don't really know. So let's just go with like 440-ish. But I'm gonna go with that Scorch again here off the pad and try to give myself a decent upshot so I can get a par here. Yeah, I let that go way too early on way too much hyzer, so that's gonna be a brutal upshot to try to save par. Okay, got a pretty narrow gap here, so I don't know how this is gonna go, but I'm gonna go Berg, full approach, full throw, and get it in the area. Drop that tree. Oh. Man, that felt so good coming out of the hand too. Okay, hole number 6, 280 feet, just right across the pond here. I'm gonna go with that fuzz again, and I'm gonna aim just to the right of it because I've only been using it for a couple holes, so it's not gonna be broken in or flippy for me quite yet, so I'm gonna aim just to the right because I'm sure it'll fade a little at the end. He's coming out just a bit too early and a bit too nose up right now. All right, hole number 7, got about 340 feet. Basket's off to this way, a little hyzer at the end. I'm gonna go with that scorch again and see if we can get it right this time. That time I actually meant to put it on hyzer because I got to go way out this way to get around this branch that's hanging down. Way to the right today. Hole number 8, it's only 250 feet, but it is a pretty hard left to right. Just through this gap here, out on the other side of the wood. So I'm gonna go with that meteor and try to get it out on the other side. I don't think I've ever had a worse kick off of a tree than that right there. Not very often you get those ones that end up just straight in the basket and don't actually hit any chains. That was kind of weird. Okay, hole number 9, got 370 feet, and I'm gonna go with that scorch again. It's just right here down at the corner of the pond. So I'm not too worried about going in the pond, especially, like I said, this is a relatively, decently stable disc, but it does have some turn. Since it's new though, it's not turning at all. So I'm pretty confident that I'm not gonna overturn this one, but I'm trying to just stay on top, not release it too early. Let's try that. Okay, it's safe. It's still not a great throw, but at least it's safe. All right, we're gonna go Berg for the upshot. Decent start there, even on the front 9. So we got to find ourselves a birdie here on the back. If I can get through 11 and 18 with a par and not bogeying those, I'm pretty confident I can find a birdie somewhere. So over to number 10. Okay, here we are, hole number 10. I got about 335 right on the right side behind this tree. So I'm just keep going with that scorch. I really want to get this one beat in a little bit so that way it'll get flippy for me for some of the longer holes on the course. So I'm gonna go with that scorch again. Well, a little disappointing. That wasn't even close. So I'm probably like 20 feet short. So the disc path went through the chains, but I was not even close to an A. So yeah, bummer. Hole number 11, like I said, one of my nemesis. It is about 430 feet. They did move it to the other basket, so it's not 470, a little bit more manageable, but Scorch is feeling good. And again, I'm trying to beat it in, so I'm gonna throw it again here, but I am gonna go a little wider right in case I let it go early, because I got a creek over here and I really don't want to lose a brand new disc. I will absolutely take that. This is probably definitely my best drive from the long pads here. So instead of botching a step putt, I'm just gonna toss it up there with this little berg and walk away with a par. Hole number 12, got just under 280. Basket is right straight ahead, so I'm gonna throw actually at this tree straight behind me. I'm gonna go with that buzz because I'm sure it's gonna do a little fade at the end, so I'm just gonna try and throw it straight at that tree, get a little fade out of it at the end. Okay, that was not the tree I was aiming at, but I did kind of overturn that one a little bit, so I think I just probably threw it correctly, but because I suck, I always aim to the right because I know it's gonna fade. So I actually think I threw that really well. I was just not aiming where I needed to aim. I don't think that was legal, but whatever. All right, disappointing bogey. So now I gotta find 2 birdies out here. So again, hole 13, 312. I'm gonna go with that buzz and just throw straight at it. All right, that was majorly disappointing, but 250-foot par 3. Let's go berg and split the gap. Maybe I should stop saying what I'm trying to do, because it seems like when I do that, I don't do what I'm trying to do. So how about I just throw this disc? I'm pretty sure I can do that. All right, hole 15, got about 330. I'm gonna go Scorch again, but I'm trying to put a little flex on it because this is straight as an arrow. And right now, again, because they're not beat in, they're fading a lot to the left at the end. I'm gonna try to put a little flex on it so I can get it to turn a little bit before that last second fade. Did what I wanted, I just got it up in the air a little bit too much. All right, hole 16. Got my work cut out for me. Got to get a few birdies here if I want to break even. So 290 feet, right down this tree line. I'm tempted to use my Scorch and go up and around to try to break it in even more, but I'm gonna go with the Meteor, go with the left to right route here. Worked out pretty good. I think that last tree in the row kind of knocked it down a little bit, but I think I'm like maybe 15, 20 feet short. hole 17, got about 300 feet, dead straight. I'm gonna go with that buzz again and try to put a little bit of flex on it, kind of like I did with the scorch earlier. But I just gotta keep it down. When I'm putting flex on it lately, I'm letting the nose get up for some reason. So I keep the nose down, put a little flex on it, try to get myself a shot for birdie. Yeah, that'll work, it's a shot. All right, last hole, we got 437, par 3, so I am not birdieing this, but I'm gonna go with that scorch one more time just to beat it in one throw more, try to get myself in a position to get a nice upshot for par. Hole number 18, 437, par 3. Go with this buzz, try to keep something straight so I can get a decent upshot for a par. Go Berg for this tight upshot here. It's up there. That'll be a testy putt though for par. Alright guys, we didn't make our goal today of breaking par, but finished +2. I feel pretty good about that round. I threw a lot of those 2 new discs and I feel really good about them. So, you know, we'll keep beating them in and I think they'll turn into some really good use for out on this course. So if you're still watching, I appreciate you. Like, subscribe, comment below where you're playing your next round and when. And we'll see you in the next video.